One thing about parents that have narcissistic tendencies, full-blown narcissists that are parents, they often reverse the roles between the child and the parent. So a lot of times the child will be taking on paternal roles that they have no business taking on as a youth, as an adolescent, as a maturing adult. The justification is saying, oh, well, we're just giving this person a strategy to develop self-discipline. We're teaching them the real world. We're teaching them how it is out here in life, and we're giving them skills by training them young. However, these tactics also strip that child of their autonomy. It strips that child of their sovereignty, and it also puts them in a subordinate position to where when they do get out in the real world, they're more likely to stay committed to the system and play this less than who they are role, because all they know is self-sacrifice. All they know is accommodating someone else's task or duties. So for example, go pay my water bill. Go pay my light bill. Why don't you go pay my phone bill? Why don't you wash my clothes? Why don't you put this in the trash for me? Even though I'm fully equipped to walk to the trash can and throw it out for me. Now, these are very small tasks, mind you. But enough of this trains that person to stop what it is that they're doing to accommodate someone else. And that is how the stripping of autonomy manifests. And then as time goes on, the child knows their role as being less than the parent and being dutiful to the parent, and has not developed their own role in their own life as far as what their own duties are. So in my personal opinion, I feel like as parents, the best thing to do to not only get that child to develop their own skills, their discipline, is also incorporate autonomy. And by doing this, you give them independence and you give them discipline. You know, have that person wash their own clothes. Teach that child to take out their own trash. Teach that child to pay their own bill. Buy them their own phone and teach them how to pay it. This is just my personal opinion. You know, some people may be opposed to this and say that, you know, especially back in the day, that they didn't know any differently. That was the way that they were raised, whatever the case may be. But the problem is that a lot of times this is the way that the narcissist keeps their position in control, is by ruling over their child and seeing them nothing more than just objects and means for taking care of them, not respecting that human being and seeing them as more than just their role to play. Because as soon as that child steps out of that role, let's say, oh, lo and behold, they don't want to do what it is that they're being asked to do. Now they're being labeled disobedient. Now they're disrespectful. Now they're just hell raisers. They're just all of these things, when in reality that child has the freedom to choose. And I feel like parents that are narcissistic don't give their children the opportunity to do that. And when you rob your child of the ability to say no, you put them in a position where they are easily taken advantage of, where they are naive, and people are more likely to enslave them to roles and positions in their life that they weren't designed to play. It's people walking the world every day that never get to reach their full potential because they're still living in the role that their parent has assigned to them. The subordinate, the child that must behave, the unruly one, the disobedient one. there is different layers to all of this. You know, people say that back in the day, I don't know, maybe the 70s babies, they were raised by being beat. They had the abuse of physical abuse. But a lot of us, the 80s and 90s baby, we dealt with the psychological warfare. So that does damage too.